Call a meeting to order. This is the November 8th, 2023 meeting of the Lowell Conservation Commission. We'll start our agenda with continued business. First is an enforcement order given to Vidant Construction, the site location 92 Townsend Avenue. There was cutting of materials and a pile of things left right there. Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing, ma'am?
Are we making any progress out at the site?
Yes, so we have removed all the items that we cut.
Could you speak into the microphone,
Sorry.
please?
We did remove most of the items, all the items that were cut and dispose of it properly. And we sent the pictures, and I also came and, pretty much, through the email that you guys sent us, all the pictures, all the stuff that we did. And pretty much we're just waiting for the next step to get a survey, and then you guys tell us what to do next.
Okay, so when did you remove that? 'Cause I was by there a few days ago. I didn't think anything had been done.
Yeah. Maybe like two weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, because I was overbooked, and I also have my equipment was down.
Yeah.
So once I got everything under control, I came and brought my my equipment, the personnel. Took everything, all the stuff that we cut and removed, took it out of there, and we didn't touch it. We didn't touch anything else. Everything else is there like it is.
So what is it that you would like to do at the property?
So later on, we would like to clean out the property, get a land survey, and hopefully, pretty much continue working with you guys and asking what do we need, what kind of permits and stuff like that, because eventually, either sell it or construct something there.
Okay, so we would need something in writing, and perhaps some of us take a look. I believe there are some live trees on the site that we wouldn't want to clear cut everything in a floodplain, especially if you don't have any idea what you want to do next. We don't just clear everything and then decide. So if you kind of take a look at the site, perhaps all you need is to clear the sight lines for the survey at this point. But you should fill out a form for that, request for determination of applicability. It's a special form where you can write down exactly what it is you want to do on the property, and if it's just a minimal amount of work that isn't going to make that much of a change at this point, we decide whether we say, okay, you can go ahead or not. But we don't want you to work at this point. If what you did has already been taken care of, we don't want you going further and making more cuttings until we have something official as far as a piece of paper saying what that needs to be at this point. And there can be that first one just to do the survey, then perhaps you'd want to come back in and say, well, we'd like to remove this tree, that tree, and this tree, and we'll leave this one and that one, something like that. So take it step by step as far as what you want to do at that moment, and I think that would be the best way. Does anyone else have an opinion on that?
I just have a question. Did you say you sent in pictures of what you had done to the property?
Yes.
Did you send those out? Did you guys see any
Yeah.
updated? I only saw the original
I haven't
pictures.
seen them either. Oh.
I don't recall seeing them either.
The website. Sorry.
On the website?
Yeah, you guys give us the paper there, and that's where I send it. I'm not really a computer good, so I'm gonna resend it again. If not,
Yeah, I think you would have to send it to the office,
The email, yeah.
to their email. Fran could probably give it to you before you leave.
Yep.
okay.
Anyone else?
So what's your wish on the enforcement order?
Seeing as we haven't really seen what has been done there, I think we should continue it.
I have it
Okay.
here. I can show you on my phone.
You can still get your other paper in, even with the enforcement order there. And perhaps you can take care of both at the same meeting. But we would either like to go by or see pictures of what's been done.
I got some picture on my phone. Can I show you?
He says he has pictures on his phone.
You know,
And
at this
I'll
point, it
send it.
doesn't matter if we take care of this enforcement order tonight,
Okay.
because you don't have permission to start work until we look at the RDA anyway. So it's not going to delay you if we wait and take a look. I prefer to take a look in person.
Me as
So-
well. So should we continue this?
I would continue
Yeah,
it,
for the
and
next
as soon as we get
Make that
your request, we'll put that on our next agenda, which isn't until December 8th. I believe it's December 8th, isn't it? 13th? Okay.
You want to make that?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to continue this to the December 13th meeting.
I'll second that. I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Okay, we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ah. Okay, next we have a notice of intent from the City of Lowell, DEP file number 206-825, and this location is 431 First Street. It's the wastewater treatment plant. Welcome.
Hello. Good evening, all. I'm Evan Walsh, Engineering Manager for the Wastewater Utility. Today, we're going to present the NOI submitted based off treatment plant work that's upcoming. This is critical for meeting permit, and what's within the 200-foot riverfront area and the 100-foot wetland buffer is a small portion of the project that deals with chemical storage and pumps and a new building being installed. All the space that the work's occurring on is already developed, and part of it, there's images. So number one is where the new bisulfite building's going to go. So that's going to be a new building, 2 chemical storage tanks with pumps, all has containment within it. Picture 2 is the demolition of the existing bisulfite system, or picture 3, I guess. 3 is the existing bisulfite storage tanks, which are going to be demolished, and we're going to loam and seed that afterwards, remove all the concrete, remove the tanks. And then image 2 in the middle is we're adding a new storage tank for a sodium hypochlorite, which these 2 chemicals disinfect the wastewater, and then the bisulfite removes any of the existing hypochlorite, so there's no hypo going to the river. I'd be happy to take any questions at this time.
Do any of these chemicals, are they considered hazardous, or are they easily controlled?
They are hazardous, but we have containment, and all the containment leads back. It is a wastewater treatment plant, so if there is a spill, it's all contained, goes back into the process. So there's no way this can spill and get into the river from where it's at.
Questions? It seems that the new building is going to be further from the resource, so that's probably a plus.
Yes.
What's
And
the
chemical
distance?
freezes, so we don't have to worry about that. Now it's going to be indoors, so there's less of a risk of there's any chemical spills too.
And you're going to have erosion control along the riverbank there when you're taking down the
Yes.
the old building?
Yeah, that will remain during the whole project duration in that area.
And that's going to be returned to just a seeded area?
Yeah, loam and seed where it's hatched over here.
Okay. it seems like this is actually a good thing for the site.
Yes.
I know it's all well-developed in there. We used to take the kids from school on field trips. I don't know if you do that anymore.
Oh, yeah. You can still come by anytime you want now.
It was quite interesting. The plans pretty much speak for themselves. Does anyone else have any questions or comments about?
No, I think it looks good. I think moving farther away, and like you said, it's already a disturbed area. You're not disturbing any new areas, and it's built up already, so you're not changing too much of, the footprint or anything. So, no, I think it's a good project.
When is this planned to take place?
We're going to have a contractor on board by July 1st. This area of the construction will probably occur during 2026 at some point.
Well, I really couldn't see anything about the plans that I thought was missing, and
Thank you.
there's a notice of intent. It's very complete, so it looks like our regular standard order might work for this, unless someone has some special conditions. Let's close the public hearing, though, if there are no more questions.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion made,
I'll second that.
seconded by Marie. No further discussion. All those in favor of closing the hearing?
Aye.
Aye. Now, is there any motion about the order?
I'll make a motion to issue a standard order of conditions for the project at 431 First Street Boulevard.
Okay, motion for a standard Lowell order. This would cover both the Lowell Wetlands Ordinance and the Wetlands Protection Act. Is there a second on that motion?
I'll second.
Second by Steve. Any further questions or discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you very much. Okay, this is new, very old business that comes next. A request for a certificate of compliance dating back to the 1990s. And this is 55 Phoenix Avenue, DEP file number 206382. Hello. Can you speak into the microphone, please? Introduce yourself.
Hi, yes, Attorney Robert Hundertmark. I'm here for the property owners, Granite Crest Capital Management. I'm trying to clean up the record title on this property, and there were a couple outstanding orders of conditions which I've taken care of, except there's this last one here is 20 years old from a prior landowner, and it pertains to the construction of the building foundation at 55 Phoenix Avenue, and there was never a certificate of compliance issued, and I tried to find the original file, the original plan, so maybe we could get somebody to certify that the work was completed in accordance with the terms of the plan, but nobody seems to have the file or the plans. And but as it would happen, we're under contract to sell this property, and the purchasers have recently been in front of the commission on an ANRAD on the September 27th hearing. I think was abbreviated resource delineation was approved for Atlantic Millwrights, who are purchasing this property, and they did file a plan, and that does show, which I did submit with my request for certificate of compliance, and the plan does show the foundation for 55 Phoenix as being there and well clear of any wetlands or resource areas. So at this point, I'd just like to get a certificate of compliance so we can move ahead with the closing, which is scheduled for next Thursday.
I did just have one thought, and I don't know if you delved into this enough to know the answer. I wondered if the lot had been subdivided after this order, because this is only for 55, and perhaps that's the only outstanding order, I don't know. But we have those two other numbers on the ANRAD, the 75 and I think it's 89 Phoenix Ave.
There was, there are a number of orders of conditions, and they all have certificates of compliance. There was a final order of condition issued by the DEQE that was even older than this one. Once again, nobody had the plans, and we got them to issue a certificate of compliance. And the lots, this property hasn't been subdivided, but the lot lines were all kind of crazy. Some of them actually running through the buildings, and although it was all under common ownership at the time, and we recently had an approval not required plan endorsed by the planning board, redrawing the lot lines. So at this point, the order of conditions that we're looking for certificate of compliance on pertain to the construction of the foundation for 55 Phoenix Ave, which has been there for 20 years and doesn't seem to have caused any problems. And we recently, the Atlantic Millwrights was here last month on an ANRAD plan, and that was approved, and it didn't seem to pose any problem. So that's where we're at.
Okay, well, I understand this is probably just a housekeeping issue at this point, but we did point out a couple of things on the rear lot when the applicants were here last time. Issues that if this were to cover that entire area, that would be an issue as far as issuing a certificate of compliance. I did think that the front area was okay and fairly cleaned up and taken care of as far as the wetland boundary there along what looks like it's 55 Phoenix Avenue.
Right. The 55 Phoenix Avenue is right up front on Phoenix Ave.
So I don't have an issue with 55.
And that's the.
It's just that if there were something coming through for 75, I think it is,
That's correct.
we might have a few things that we needed to clear up before we could issue that one.
Sure. Well, if they have to do work within a resource area, they'd have to file another notice of intent on that, right? And I believe that they're coming in for site plan approval. I think these people have big plans for this property, which I think will be beneficial to the city, and they certainly have some permitting to go through. And if there are any outstanding issues with regard to housekeeping in the rear of this lot, perhaps they can be addressed at that time. But if we don't get this one cleared up, we won't have the closing next week, and
Yeah.
we won't get to
No,
that.
I understand, I just wanted you to
I
be
appreciate
aware that this wouldn't cover the back area.
It would not. This, I don't know if you have a copy of this 206-382 order of conditions. It specifically does only apply to 55 Phoenix Avenue, which is the building which is right up on Phoenix Ave itself. The building that you are expressing concern about is a different building altogether.
Yeah, well, I don't know if anyone else has any issues with number 55 as far as the building or the wetland border there. 'Cause otherwise, I think we ought to close this one up after 30 years.
So are we looking for a -3 determination?
No, we
This
just have
is
to
a
issue certificate of
Issue
compliance.
certificate,
Yeah.
yeah, no, this is not a -3.
Approve.
It's an existing order of conditions that was issued. Standard order with no real special conditions other than the City of Lowell special conditions.
So is that a motion?
So I'd like to make a motion to issue a certificate of compliance with the standard order City of Lowell order.
Referencing number 55 on the plan.
Specifically 55 Phoenix Avenue.
Yeah.
Specifically this, this
Well,
order
look,
of conditions, which,
We've got the number there.
Right.
On the agenda. Fran, you have the number of the,
206382.
order, DEP number, yeah, so we have a motion to issue this certificate. Do we have a second?
Second it.
Any further discussion? All those in favor of issuing a certificate of compliance?
Aye.
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 Thank you for coming
Thank you
in.
very much. Have a nice evening.
You
Good night.
Too.
Good night. Where's my agenda?
Oh, I got you.
Okay, is Brad up with us?
I just sent him a text. I just sent a message to him.
Moving to the minutes, do we have a motion on the minutes of October 25th meeting? No motion.
Motion to approve?
Okay. Motion to approve. Do you second that, Steve?
I'll second it. Sorry.
Thank you. All those in favor of approving the minutes of 10:25?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
Aye.
Yeah, he said he doesn't have a link. Okay.
What's your wish on this? Take it up on the 8th of December?
He'll be
Or
on.
is he trying?
Yeah, he should be on in a minute or two.
Okay.
We should play some Jeopardy music.
Kind of heavy, huh? Nice size, though.
Yeah, it was cheap.
Hmm.
Mine broke while I was getting my master's. Sounds like he's on.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Brad. Okay, this is the election of officers for, I guess, 2024. I have decided to take a break from the chair and looking forward to making some motions, which you can't do when you're chairing the meeting. And so I guess we're looking for a chairman and a vice chairman. Does anyone have any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Brad as chair.
Brad?
Thanks, Kevin. I'd accept that nomination.
Can I second that?
What's that?
I said, thank you, Kevin. I would accept that nomination.
Oh, thank you. I was just gonna ask you.
I'll second that. Oops, sorry, buddy. I'll second that.
Okay, I don't think we need a second right now, but are there any other nominations for chairman? We don't want to have an exciting election like last night. Okay, Brad has been nominated. Do we want to vote on that? All those in favor of Brad being chair of the commission?
Aye.
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 Aye, unanimous. And now we're looking for a vice chair. Does anyone want to nominate somebody or nominate themselves? This person.
Can I nominate Kevin for chair?
I'll accept that nomination.
What'd she say?
She nominated me.
Okay, Kevin has been nominated for vice chair.
I'll second that.
Any further nominations? All those in favor of Kevin as vice chairman of the commission?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and that's unanimous. So, we have a new team, and good luck. You'll be,
Thank you.
I guess, sharing back and forth, because unless Brad stops taking courses.
I've only got one more after this, and then I will
One
be
more.
back to my post.
Okay, well, yeah, it is something that you have to, be there. And I wish you both good luck, and I'm going to be hopefully sitting right here making all kinds of motions to annoy you.
Well, Louisa, your leadership over these years has been exemplary, and we really appreciate all the service that you've committed to this effort. And
Well,
I'm
thank you. I-
looking
I-
forward to doing my best to fill your shoes.
Well, thanks, Brad. I'm sure you won't have any trouble. I do want to say that there are a number of you that could have easily run the meeting, and it's not an easy thing, but we have a good board now. For a while there, we were getting new people and losing people, and it does take a considerable amount of time to learn the job. So right now, I feel really comfortable that, we have a team that knows what they're doing, and I know the city of Lowell and the residents of Lowell and the resources of Lowell are all going to be in good hands, with the presently elected chairs. So good luck and congratulations. With that, we're at the end of our meeting, and the last motion is needed.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Marie, seconded
second.
by Steve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, and good night.